The history of Red Rock Canyon. If you've ever thought about traveling to the southwestern United States, the bustling metropolis of Sin City, also known as Las Vegas, is probably on your radar as a place to visit. You wouldn't be the only one. In 2022, 38.8 million people visited Sin City, whose current metro population is 2.2 million. It's easy to see the draw behind Las Vegas. The casinos and its lucky jackpot winners, the lights, all of the shows, the dancing water of the famous Bellagio fountains, walking on the strip with a drink in hand, the captivating, almost lawless feeling of being on Fremont Street. But what if I told you there's an even bigger prize in Las Vegas? No, trust me, this rock has seen some things. Beyond the lights and sights of Las Vegas, you probably flew over or saw its colorful past. Let's take a journey to find out the story of Red Rock Canyon and how it became Las Vegas's recreational playground. In order to see what Red Rock is today, we have to journey back in time. First, we'll take a look at the area's storied geological history. From ancient seafloors to tectonic shifts in the time of the dinosaurs. To how Red Rock got its name, we'll discover how the painted landscape has changed over time. Then, we'll explore Red Rock's cultural past. From indigenous people who have left an important mark and legacy, to Western expansion, to mining, to becoming a protected area and mainstay in the valley. We'll delve into the canyon's history. Finally, we'll take a look at what makes Red Rock Canyon what it is today, including how you can explore it in many different ways, and how best to preserve it as a playground and geological wonder for all to enjoy. In order to literally dig into Red Rock's geological history, we have to visit our friend the Rock again.
Hi, I am Scarlett. I'm a main feature in Red Rock Canyon, which is part of the Spring Mountains near Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's start with my sedimentary beginnings, eons ago. I started my journey in the depths of the earth, where layers upon layers of sediment accumulated over millions of years. The Paleozoic era saw the deposition of limestone and sandstone, forming the sturdy foundation beneath the future Red Rock Canyon. Then came the Mesozoic era, a time of upheaval. The very ground beneath me began to rise, a slow dance of tectonic forces revealing the layers hidden for eons. The exposure to the surface was a transformative experience.
I'm going to interrupt Scarlett for a very important point of interest here, the keystone thrust. The thrusting of older rocks over younger rocks created a distinctive rock layering pattern in Red Rock Canyon. The contrast between the light-colored rocks of the older time period and the younger, red Aztec sandstone is visually striking. This structural feature is visible along the eastern edge of the Spring Mountains, creating the iconic landscape of towering red cliffs against a backdrop of lighter colored rocks. The keystone thrust is responsible for the steep, dramatic cliffs and towering rock formations that characterize Red Rock Canyon. The differential erosion of the softer rocks below the thrust fault and the resistant sandstone above the fault contributes to the unique topography. It's one of the best places on Earth to view a geological thrust. Now back to our journey with Scarlett.
As the Cenozoic era unfolded, the basin and range province shaped the landscape. The ground stretched and pulled, creating mountain ranges and valleys. The forces of nature sculpted and carved, laying the groundwork for the breathtaking panorama that would become Red Rock Canyon. Around 180 million years ago, I became part of something truly magnificent called the Aztec sandstone. An ancient desert unfolded, and winds carried sand to create towering dunes. Over time, the grains cemented together, forming the vivid red rock that defines Red Rock Canyon. My reddish hue results from the composition of minerals and the geological processes involved in my formation. The predominant mineral responsible for the red color is hematite, an iron oxide. Hematite gives the rocks their characteristic reddish-brown color when present in sufficient quantities. Hematite is often formed in arid environments where iron-rich minerals oxidize over time due to exposure to oxygen and moisture. The Aztec sandstone, which makes up the prominent red rock formations in the area, is composed of quartz grains cemented together by minerals such as hematite and other iron oxides. The specific mineral content, particularly the iron-rich components, contributes to the vivid red coloration observed in the sandstone. In the more recent Quaternary period, wind and water became my sculptors. Erosion played its role in crafting the intricate patterns, canyons, and ridges. I weathered the storms and witnessed the landscape transform as the elements left their mark. Humans arrived, adding another layer to my story. Native American cultures left their mark, etching petroglyphs on my surface. Over the centuries, explorers and settlers wandered through, and Red Rock Canyon became a beacon in the vast desert. Today, I stand as a silent witness to the marvels of time. Visitors come to marvel at my hues, climbers ascend my heights, and hikers traverse the paths around me. Red Rock Canyon is not just a geological wonder, it's a testament to the enduring beauty shaped by the hands of time. As a humble rock in Red Rock Canyon, I carry within me the geological saga of millennia, a story written in layers, uplifts, and erosions.
The establishment of Red Rock Canyon as a conservation area involves a history of preservation efforts driven by the recognition of its unique geological, ecological, and recreational value. A general overview of the history leading to the conservation status of Red Rock Canyon. Even before Red Rock Canyon gained official conservation status, its natural beauty was recognized by locals, visitors, and conservationists. The striking Red Rock formation's diverse flora and fauna, cultural resources including petroglyphs, drew attention. In the 1970s, the growing urbanization around Las Vegas led to increased development pressures on the Red Rock Canyon area. Concerned individuals and environmental groups began advocating for the preservation of the canyon to prevent potential impacts from urban sprawl, mining, and other threats. In 1980, the United States Congress passed the Red Rock Canyon Designation Act. This legislation designated Red Rock Canyon as a national conservation area to protect its unique resources and provide for public enjoyment. The act emphasized the conservation of the geological, ecological, and cultural features of the area. The Bureau of Land Management became the managing agency for Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area. The BLM is responsible for overseeing the conservation, recreation, and public use of the area while preserving its natural and cultural values. The primary goals of the conservation designation were to protect the sensitive desert ecosystem, preserve the unique geological formations, and provide recreational opportunities such as hiking, rock climbing, and wildlife viewing. The conservation area status aimed to balance public access with the preservation of the natural environment. Additional conservation efforts in Red Rock Canyon involve public outreach and education programs to raise awareness about responsible recreation and the importance of preserving the delicate desert environment. Visitor centers, interpretive programs, and guided tours contribute to public understanding and appreciation of the area. One of the most important education resources for Red Rock Canyon are the Leave No Trace principles, as shown here. Put to use, these principles allow for a balance of conservation and recreation within the area. The history of recreation in Red Rock Canyon. In 1990, the Scenic Drive officially opened to the public. It consists of a 13-mile, one-way loop that takes visitors through some of the most scenic and geologically interesting areas of Red Rock Canyon. There are many stops along the way, creating easy access to trailheads for the renowned hiking trails, including Turtlehead Peak, the popular Calico Tanks, and my personal favorite, Icebox Canyon. Rock climbing in Red Rock Canyon. The history of rock climbing in Red Rock Canyon, Las Vegas, is rich and spans several decades. The area has become a world-renowned destination for rock climbing, offering a diverse range of climbing routes on the stunning sandstone cliffs. Here's an overview of the history of rock climbing in Red Rock Canyon. Rock climbing in Red Rock Canyon began in the 1950s and 1960s when early climbing pioneers started exploring the area. Climbers were drawn to the challenging and unique sandstone formations. Many of the original routes were created during this time frame. Then, in the 1970s and the 1980s, there was an increased interest in Red Rock Canyon as a climbing destination. As the climbing community expanded, more routes were established and the area gained recognition. The 1990s brought changes to climbing ethics, with debates over bolting and the impact of climbing on the fragile desert environment. Climbers and environmentalists worked together to establish ethical guidelines to minimize impacts and preserve the natural beauty of the area. Red Rock Canyon continued to grow in popularity throughout the 2000s and beyond. The area attracts climbers from around the world due to its extensive selection of routes, ranging from moderate to extremely challenging. Over the years, Red Rock Canyon has seen visits from many accomplished climbers, and numerous challenging routes have been established. In a short amount of time, we explored the history of Las Vegas's true gem, Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area. We delved into the rich geological history with our friend Scarlett. From plate tectonics to how Red Rock got its name, to its Native American and mining history, we learned how each era left its mark in the story. We then explored how Red Rock Canyon became protected and how conservation efforts by the Bureau of Land Management, visitors, and environmentalists seek to protect the area's history. Finally, we jumped into the recreational history of Red Rock Canyon. From the establishment of the popular scenic drive to the area's famous rock climbing. Red Rock Canyon is truly a sight to behold. Its natural beauty contrasts with the famous Las Vegas lights and offers visitors a chance to slow down and experience history and culture in a unique location. I hope you get the chance to visit and see for yourself why it's such a special place.